Hey, this is Sky. I'm here in the shop and I wanted to make a quick video and talk to you guys about willpower. And I was able to stop drinking February 13th, 2000 after a 15-year career of drinking every single day, a case of beer a day, followed by jugs of wine. I never was a big hard liquor drinker, but I was very steady. I never stopped drinking unless I went to jail. And then you can still drink in jail. They make toilet water that you could get drunk off of. But whatever. I stopped that in one day. It didn't take me a week to stop. One day. I sat down in my living room and I made the decision, and that was it. And it was over. Was it hard? It was incredibly hard. I mean, I went through all the same things that any other alcoholic would go through. I didn't use a 12-step process. I didn't go to meetings, group meetings. I personally looked at that stuff as not necessary. I knew that I could do this on my own. I knew that I could do it, and I knew it would be hard. And I told myself, as I made the choice, I said I could still keep drinking and fuck my liver up. That's a choice I could make. I'm seeing other people do that. I could be just like them. But I made the choice to stop drinking. And I sat there and I knew right then, this is gonna be fucking hard. And I told myself that. This is gonna be the hardest thing you ever do. You think you've been through hard shit before? And you think that it was hard to get over being cheated on and dumped by your fiance, and you think it was hard to get over your father's murder, you think it was hard to get over all those other murders, you think it was hard to get over this and that, and nah, this is gonna be the big one, buddy. And I knew it going into it. And I jumped off that cliff. I didn't ever go back. And it was the willingness for me to, the strong willpower comes in it with me because I was willing to go through the pain in order to obtain my goal. And I never wavered on that. And I watched other people around me who were going sober that would fall off the wagon, so to speak. And they'd start drinking again, they'd start using dope again, and they'd be all fucked up. And they would do this all the time. My dad would parade his many chips that he got from NA or NA for the milestones they give you, and meanwhile, he's going to tie himself off in the other room and slam up some more shit that he's got. And it's just like, okay, well, yeah, you'll get sober again sometime. You proved you did it once. I don't even know what the fuck you call that kind of lifestyle. I wasn't gonna go through it that way. I just decided that was enough, and that was it. Now, when I did that with drinking, and in February 13th, 2000, I was already a grown man and had a lot of experience behind me in order to be able to use, and I did have some help. I didn't do it completely on my own. I was going to a therapist, and I have a supportive family that was, they didn't take any much action, but having support really means a lot because your friends really aren't going to support you. They're not going to give a fuck. I had friends telling me that alcoholism is a conspiracy theory, that there's no such thing as alcoholism, that that's just some bullshit they tell you, stuff like this. And I was just like, no, I'm pretty sure, man. I mean, I'll show you the pictures of my liver. And they told me liver transplant, I'm pretty sure I fucked up. And when I went through the alcoholism recovery, I had a medical reason to keep me going. So I can be honest, if I had simply just a mental struggle and nothing else, and I had the mental struggle because it's an addiction, it's a chemical and physical addiction. But the medical problem kept me going, where I realized, well, I don't want to be a fucking liver transplant motherfucker. I don't want to be weak. I don't want to go through medical problems. I don't want to die. So that kept me going on my path to sobriety. And did I have sleepless nights? Constantly. Sleepless weeks, it felt like. Oh yeah. Was I ever gonna break from my goal? Even though this felt like the most painful shit that I'd ever gone through, oh no, I was gonna stay through it because I knew there was a light at the end of the tunnel, even if I couldn't see it. Even if that tunnel was 10 miles long and I was still at the beginning, I knew there was an end to it and I was going to go through this. I made the decision. And that was my willpower. And some of my willpower was driven by my dreams. I've always had a strong sense of core values, but these basic dreams, the type of dreams, not the dreams you dream about when you're sleeping, but the dreams that you pray about in church, the dreams that you sit and think about and you're like, man, this is what I fucking want. Goddamn right, and I want happiness. I want to give love and get love, and I want to have a life that's surrounded by, stability and safety and love and this and that, and you come up with this idea. And a lot of people, I know I did, I came up with this fucking idea of what kind of person I wanted to end up and what I wanted to be around as far as, love and happiness, and surrounded myself with a certain level of stability. And I had a certain vision that I've always kept true to, that's always been at the core of who I am. And, very basic stuff, instinctual stuff that may come take for granted by somebody who was raised differently, but I was raised without. I was born in a school bus, by fucked up parents, and had a lot to overcome just as a kid with learning disabilities. And, I had my story. So this is what has been driving me, is my dreams. And I never let go of that. And as long as I keep my dreams, I have my willpower and I have my will to survive like a warrior. And I'll go through any kind of battlefield, no matter how bloody I get, because I know on the other end of it is victory, is Valhalla, and the drive is what keeps me going in life. If I give up, I feel like I'm dead. So I'll leave you with this. Only a dead fish goes with the flow.